talk about what most people don't know about like the fitness industry.
You guys want to know how people really make money?
Yeah, some of your favorite influencers. So you see these influencers buying these nice cars, making bank, right? Let's just say it's probably not from their brand deals.
Yeah, we're gonna. Should we see the name of it? Is that how you can edit this? Should we say like Findom?
On steroids, hop on gear. They think that they can look sick off the gear and get shredded and mog, and then post their physique, and they're gonna blow up because they look good. That is just simply not the case. You don't have hair, have back acne, all for their dream of blowing
terrible
up
mental,
where they make no money and they're just left with body dysmorphia and they don't even like the gym anymore. It's a horrible cycle.
And making a clean sweep today, walking away with the debut novice and the overall goes to athlete number 1, Gabriel.
Welcome back to the Peak Natty podcast. Today we got my good friend Keith Beaudry, straight from Colorado. Keith, for those who don't know you, introduce yourself. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you've been up to up there in Colorado.
So, boys, yeah, Keith Beaudry. I do social media stuff, same as Gabe. Not quite coaching, but just like fitness influencer stuff on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just in Colorado. Was just in AZ recently with bro. But yeah, hopefully he's coming out here soon.
Yeah, dude, tell them how we met, man. Like just over social media, we're both you had just kind of blown up off the Walmart video and the pool video, and then we just DM'd and chopped it up, man.
Yeah, they know about Stan in this or not? Should we talk about some Stan or no?
Nah.
No, okay. Well then we met through like a mutual gym group, and then it was my birthday in Vegas, and without even meeting me, bro drove from AZ to Vegas to pull up for my 21st birthday, and we got lit, and it was super sick. We trained at Dragon's Lair at some crazy sessions, and it was like right after I blew up, so it was pretty sick. And then you kind of started blowing up like right after that.
Yeah, the YouTube vids, there's like my very first YouTube vid is with you. So if you guys want to scroll down and watch that, see the young us.
Bro, that was a year, bro.
Yeah, I had just competed in 2024, and this was like early 2025. We just chopped it up, hit it off, and I was still kind of lean. I was still pretty lean post show, but big at the same time because it was like right before you turn into a water buffalo when you're just filled out from all the post show cheat meals, but still kind of lean. And yeah, slid up there just because Vegas is super close, and bro, like I wanted to meet him, wanted to collab, wanted to kick things off with a bang, and hit Dragon's Lair, got some fire content, and then we've just been friends since then.
It was sick. Yeah, literally right after that, like bro pulled up. He looked sick. You were like 230 at that point, 225. You were still like pretty big. I was like peak bulk. I went for 300-pound incline bench. Like that was like peak Keith size-wise. And then after that, I got shredded because we'll get into that later. But then after that, we just clicked, pulled up to his crib for his grad party, and we've been boys ever since, pretty much. Just like that.
Best thing about social media is the people you meet, man. I met so many people, whether it's influencers that I'm friends with, guys in AZ, guys out of AZ, clients that I get to work with, and it's so fun having friends all over the country like you in Colorado.
Social media is like the craziest blessing, bro. You not only do you get to meet a ton of people, but it's all like-minded guys, like everyone that does the same thing as you. So like, you just create like such a big friend group with tons of different people.
How'd you have the idea to do the pool video that you blew up off?
First ever video I blew up on. I used to be quite the David Lake glazer back in the day, and he was going pretty viral for like a clip of him just like laying back in the pool like this. And so I just like pulled up to a pool, set my phone up against a pair of shoes, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay here and like, you know, I thought it looked sick. Posted it. I posted a picture first, actually. A lot of people don't know. I posted a photo first, and overnight it got like 5K likes, and I was like, dang, okay. And then next day it got like, I don't know, like another maybe 5K. It was up to like 10K likes in like 2 days. And I was like, dang, this is like viral. So I screenshotted like from the video and made the photo. So I just like posted the full video, and then overnight it got like 800K views, and now it's up to like 6 mil. Just went crazy viral. But I was like, if David Lake could do it, I look up to him. I'm just gonna rip it, and hopefully I have the same effect. And for some reason, people, you know, they thought I looked pretty sick. So there it is.
Like a chat.
All came from the OG David Lake glaze, baby. The OG Gymshark glaze.
Dude, the best, you've come to AZ a few times, but the best, like, I went to Alpha Land, and you were there, with everybody. That was my favorite times with you
bro.
and all the boys. That was the best week ever.
100% best trip, bro. If you guys have a group of friends, you gotta
go
on
yeah.
like get the plans to get out of the group chat and go on a gym group with like all your best boys. And we just all trained Alphaland. It was like how many of us? Like 13 maybe?
Yeah.
Like such a fat group. And we all just like everyone got along so well. And it was super sick. Like all the boys, the AZ boys, like everyone from different states just get together. It's like super crazy. I literally drove there with Issa. Issa and Keegan drove like 18 hours to pull up.
We're all just like young on the come up too, and when you're just hungry for it, like you just do whatever, man. It's so fun. You got less responsibilities. You're just in your grind, man. Dude, like the journey of the come up is the best part of the whole thing,
bro.
Honestly.
It's so good. Literally, like that part is I think like the most fun with everything. Like blowing up is sick, but the fact that you can blow up and while you do it, like meet so many people and like all come up together is like the coolest part about like all social media.
And what people don't talk about too is you don't need followers to make money on social media. Like you do not need a lot of followers. You just have to monetize the following that you do have. And a small like cult-like following that actually supports you is 10 times better than 500,000 empty followers that don't do anything.
Bro, I say that all the time. Like literally when I was like almost at 100,000 followers, I think I was definitely generating way less money than even people with like 5 to 10K. Just because the amount of people like after Walmart video, that kind of stuff, people they don't actually support you. They just follow you one time, scroll, and like they'll never see you again. They just like the one video of yours. But if you can get like an engaging audience that consistently comes back to your stuff, then that's like way more important, even if it's only like 20 or 30K people.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Especially for like coaching and even like being sponsored by companies and having people use your codes and stuff. That's going to get you long-term success way more than just like blowing up off one video.
Are you with any companies right now?
We are. So we're with Vexa right now. Vexa Clothing, they're super sick, and they're dropping some new stuff soon. And then Ghost very soon. Soon. Yeah, they sent us out a nice little crate. We've been in some talkings. They got some new stuff dropping, which got my eyes. I'm ready for it. It looks really sick.
I'm gonna raid all your energy drinks if they send you a bunch of energy drinks.
Bro, you're gonna have to. I still have like 30. I still have like 30 energy drinks.
They sent you a bunch? Yeah, dude.
They sent me original colada, which like wasn't even a flavor yet when they sent it to me. So it's like the original Ghost flavor, but like pina colada twist. It's really good. And then just the regular like sour strips and the blue raspberry they sent me.
Yes.
But they got 7-Up, like Shirley Temple dropping.
Oh no! Oh yeah, the Shirley Temple version.
That one's gonna be crazy. But yeah, so far those are the only sponsors. Dropped all the other ones in the past. We're with BD and some other companies, but no hate to BD, but that just wasn't my vibe,
Yeah, bro. You don't want to promote stuff you don't like. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that's hard for people nowadays in social media. Everyone's just doing stuff to make a quick bag.
What have you been working towards right now? Are you grinding YouTube, or what's your play right now? Work-wise.
I want to spam YouTube as much as I can. I mean, traveling a lot. When me and Mark were just in LA, all of our footage got cooked, so that sucks. But like, I'm really trying to push YouTube just because it's the best way to show personality, creativity, and like your physique all in one. Like, I feel like Instagram Reels is fine, but just so many people's attention spans are so terrible that if it's on Instagram, they're just gonna scroll right past it.
You don't get to know someone when you're seeing 30 seconds of them versus 20 minutes, 30 minutes, day after day. Yeah.
And like, I feel like my content just got so stale to the point where it was like just you see me in a pool with Max and he's doing a handstand push-up and I'm just like flexing in the background, or I'm laying in a pool, or I'm standing in front of a mirror flexing. Like, no one knew the actual person behind the screen. They just saw like a jack guy. It's like, that's not gonna help you retain like a group of people. That's just gonna have people say, oh, this guy looks cool, scroll. Like, nowadays in social media, having a good physique isn't like all you need anymore to blow up and actually have a following and actually make a living off it. You need to like provide real stuff to somebody. It can't just be like, you look sick, like even people back in the day, David Lay, Joe Statics, all those kind of guys, like, yeah, they look sick, but they also provided like a feeling to people. And that's why they actually blew up. I think made a real impact. So I feel like with YouTube, I want to try to do that similar thing, like make videos where people can follow them and like fall in love with like the process of like lifting, or like the boys hitting a sick pump and everyone can go, damn, bro, like I can relate to that. Like, that's what I'm trying to bring to my content. So that, and then a little bit like coaching too. I'm still trying to grow coaching and like, make my own business and stuff too. But right now, YouTube is like probably my #1 priority. Just making as good of content as I can, and just like making it to where people can enjoy it.
Do you want to, like, how have you been liking social media? Because, dude, something a lot of people don't talk about is it's not all that it seems. Like, you don't just post and make money. You don't get paid to post. Like, I mean, the TikTok creator fund, you can make some solid money if you have millions and millions of followers and you post 1 minute, like videos over a minute. But normal Instagram, and normal like reels and stuff, if they're not over a minute, you don't make money from that, and you don't really make that much money from sponsors. Code usage is a very, very small amount of money. The only way big influencers make money through brand deals is if they're getting paid a monthly retainer, which you don't even get a monthly retainer unless you are very big, and then that monthly retainer just isn't typically that much in the grand scheme of things. Even if you are big, you know, it's maybe like $2,000 to $3,000 typically with a normal like high level, you know, $250,000 to $300,000 or 300,000 follower influencer. And people don't realize that. In my opinion, $3K a month is not a lot of money.
Bro, not even close. Not even close.
So people don't realize that you really have to use every avenue that you can to monetize, whether it be a majority of different things. But people don't realize that. And so people don't realize how hard it is either, right? To post day after day and, you know, have to record everything and constantly come up with new ideas, deal with hate, deal with bad engagement, not let things get in your head. You know, not let things get in your head if you aren't getting the views you normally get day after day, and still being consistent, right? And not just quitting or quitting posting just because you're not, you know, doing as good. So it's hard, man. So how have you dealt with some of the challenges that social media faces mentally?
So, I mean, yeah, like reiterating what you said, a lot of people think that social media is like, okay, sweet, you know, Keith has 90,000 followers, so he's probably making 10K a month, right? Like that's just how it has to be. Every video you're making at least, you know, $400. And it's like, that's just not the case. You know, YouTube back in the day used to pay a lot. Now YouTube still can like pay a good amount, but that is like very, very rare to have, you know, that much of engagement on YouTube and actually make money. So in the grand scheme of things, your Instagram sponsors make you pennies compared to like most avenues, like coaching. If you take coaching and just like direct Instagram influencer, most influencers are going to be making substantially less than a coach, even if the coach has like 1,000 followers. Like you don't need that many followers to actually make money. And like on social media, if you want to make money off just like Instagram, TikTok, and not going TikTok live, like that's
you gotta have like millions, bro.
You gotta be
getting enough brand deals. You gotta have enough millions to get enough like brand deals and monthly retainers to make a lot of money as like just an influencer or Snapchat. You gotta have Snapchat.
Like people think David Lade, right? Like just another big influencer. The reason he made so much money like back in the day from Gymshark was solely just off of the amount of followers and traction he got. Like if you take I'm not going to name names. I have some pretty close friends who used to work with Gymshark. There were some pretty big athletes for them. And like, even them, they were, you know, not making as much money as they should have been. And even like getting kind of screwed up on their contracts and stuff. So it's like, you don't even really understand like money aspects of social media until you're in it. And it's not as good as people think at all. So, I mean, that's like, for me, coaching is like, I feel like the only like true real way to make money off social media, if you're trying to make that like route, unless you're all just going straight towards like, I'm going to be the top of the company I'm sponsored by, and I'm going to make the best content and try to be like their guy. And outside of that, then like you said, like the UPC or whatever from TikTok, when you make, you know,
UGC is solid too, but like, it's just not sustainable. Like you're not going to keep having UGC deals until you're, you know, 40. Like,
like you can't, people think that you're like, oh, I'm on TikTok shop and I'm gonna make videos for these guys and they're gonna pay me like Squid Hoss or whatever. It's like that's cool for like a month or two if you're just trying to get a little like extra like $2,000. But like Gabe said, 3K is literally like, in today's world, $3,000 you can't even last on $3,000 a month. Like you physically cannot make 3K a month and still live like comfortably in today's world. Like food alone, really expensive. Transportation, gas, all that kind of stuff. Then you're talking about like gym memberships, every little avenue. And then if you have a place, rent, anything, it's like that's literally just enough to cover like food and rent, just enough. And you're dumping every single hour of your day into this. Like for me, for social media, like when I first blew up, I thought the same way. I was like, dude, I'm going to start making so much money. Instagram just said I can get paid bonuses on my content. And then I look at my best month, I got $10. 112 million view video, guys. $10. $10 is all I made off like the most viral video of December. Like Instagram literally said I had the most viral video in December, $10. So it's like, that's not how you're going to make your money. Facebook also pays like a lot compared to other stuff for like, you know, photos, reels, story posts, all that kind of stuff. But like my best month there is still less than $1,000. So it's like Facebook doesn't pay that much. Instagram, TikTok, none of those really pay that much. So I think the best way to really like go about social media is build a platform that people can like follow and actually like you as the person. And then whatever you decide to do with that is where the actual money is going to come. Like
all about a personal brand, about a personal brand. If you make a personal brand, that's how you can get paid off, you know, like clothing and supplement companies, because people actually, a large amount of people actually use your code, and then you don't make that much from the code usage. It's just the companies see how valuable they are, and then they put you on a high monthly retainer. And a lot of that comes from YouTube. Like, and this is the very, very rare cases. Like I'm thinking of like, dude, like Adam Yu and Joseph Shin, like the guys kind of killing it with the mainstream, the mainstream, you know, fitness industry. But that is a very, very few. Like there is niche. So many other people in the fitness industry that don't even touch close to probably what they're doing right now. And that's just because they built a personal brand where people like, they don't care about what they do. They want whatever those guys do. Like whatever those guys do, they like, you know, whatever brand they're with, their followers see it as law because they like the individuals for their personality because they have YouTube going, not just, you know, for the sake of it. They actually like the person because they watch their videos, their YouTube videos over and over again. They get nurtured and they feel like they know this person.
Yeah, dude, exactly. I like that's pretty much like when I first got on Breathe Divinity too. Yeah. Like when I first got to BD, I was like, okay, I had just blown up. I had tons of people like on my account, and that was like the best money I'd ever made off just like social media. Like all the BD drops, I had like 20 plus people sales, but like that only lasts so long if you can't carry on that like weight over time of like, I'm going to be this guy that these people love so much. That only lasts so long if your content burns out. So it's like, that's why your content alone isn't gonna like help you. It's really like your personal like image, what you're talking about, that's gonna like sustain longer than just like, oh, this guy looks sick. Like that's not gonna, over time, that's just not gonna keep you blown up. Like look at Dorian. He was blown up, made all this content, and then now he stopped posting because he's like got body dysmorphia, which like again, like that's something we should talk about later for sure. But it's like all these posts, all this stuff he's doing great, making tons of money, and now he just like stopped posting, and then he's fallen. Now like you know, now you fall off, and it's not going to be the same when you come back.
Dude,
and that's
that's why social media is dangerous, bro. Like you only have momentum for so long. If whether you stop posting, you just get too old. You're not shredded enough for views, and it's a very, very dangerous career, man. You really have to build a personal brand that can shift to whatever you want it in order to be successful long term. So. Because like, dude, what are you gonna be? Who did I hear say this? Like, someone I follow was like, dude, what am I gonna be saying? Like, code this for till I'm 30, like code Zay till I'm 30. I think it was his name. And it's just like you got to build a personal brand that you can shift into a product or UGC, or you can start to sell clothes. You can start to run a business, coaching business, whatever type of business. And dude, people don't realize that they like have this dream. I see this exact cycle time and time again. You have this young teenager that all he wants to do is be like Dorian, be like Adam Yu, be like these guys that are making tons of money off of social media and are blown up, right? And they don't even want to go to college. They don't want to do anything but go all in on social media. So they hop on steroids, they hop on gear. They think that they can look sick off the gear and get shredded and mog and then post their physique and they're going to blow up because they look good. That is just simply not the case. You don't get to just blow up because you look good.
Not anymore, bro.
Not 2019. You have to build a personal brand. You don't get to just hop on and blow up. And then, dude, these kids, they'll hop on. They have maybe a mediocre, decent physique. They post themselves flexing, and they don't blow up and make a ton of money. And then they quit a few weeks or a few months later. And then next thing you know, they've lost their natural status, sacrificed their health, are losing their hair, have back acne, all for their dream of blowing
terrible
up on
mental
media, where they make no money and they're just left with body dysmorphia and they don't even like the gym anymore. It's a horrible cycle. And I've seen it happen to 17, 18, 19-year-olds around me multiple times.
Yeah, bro. I think like I don't like always just bringing up tons of like influencers, but I think Alex Eubank's literally done like the best social media route you could possibly do. He's never like really left his like Christian like ideologies and like everything he holds true to. He's like always kept that with his content. He's always made that something. He was on Raw Gear, he was on Rise, then he made his own Elysium, then he, you know, made his own supplement company, and now he's like still doing the same thing like all the time, but he's like had to adapt every single time that something changes in social media, because he was doing this since like 2019, 2020, like the OG days with Lex Little, all those guys. And it's like, if you look at his longevity, he's the only one that's actually like managed to still stay pretty relevant and still like evolve every single time. It's because he's not just banking on the fact that I look sick and I can just do my overhead vacuum pose and I'm going to look, you know, I'm going to blow up and I'm going to make
a personal brand.
Right.
And
so it's like,
and he shifted into a business. You know what he's doing now? He shifted into the like the social media
coach type thing, right? He's trying to like help you grow
social media coach business / management business.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
And
that's
and
something
his wife. Yeah. And his wife's successful, does the same type of stuff. But like same thing. He built a personal brand. You know, made a Christian type brand, tied it with fitness. Same with like everything he's done has just been everything he's talked about since day one, and he's just made it better over time. And like that's how you get people. You have this image, you have like something you talk about. It's like for you, peak Natty, and now you've like, you know, actually done something with it. After you started with just like, okay, I'm going to compete natural, you won your pro card, and you took that, and now you've built your own personal brand off that. So it's like that's what people need to do. Like I can't just be the guy that's like in a pool. You know, like that's not how you sustain like long term. Is I'm just going to be the kid that flexes in a pool, and I'm just going to always bank on the fact that a video is going to go viral for me because I'm shredded and I'm laying in a pool. Like that's just not how it works. And like if you hop on gear and you try to rush that, then you're just going to feel like shit forever. And you're gonna you're literally gonna think worse about yourself. Your health is probably going to be completely cooked compared to what it was. You'll never get back to like your natural levels, at least not in a good way. Like none of it, you'll just never be back to how you were, and you're just going to feel worse about yourself. So it's just not worth it, like at all. To like rush to be on gear to try to blow up, it's just vanity at that point. You're literally doing it all for views and stuff, and like putting your body in harm's way just to try to blow up and make money. And it's like at the end of the day, money is not like the answer for anything. Like obviously it's important, but that's not happiness. That's not life.
Dude, it's like if you can't grow a social media following naturally, and you can't make money off social media naturally, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it when you hop on gear? Like I see it time again. Kids are still confused with the fact they think that just because they get a sick physique, whether they're natural or not, they deserve to blow up, and they think that people are going to follow them. Like you have to post your personality, have to show what makes you different. You have to provide value, whether it's humor or informational stuff, or just content that people like to follow. Otherwise, dude, you're never going to make money off social media. And I just can't stand it when people think that they can just, you know, flex with a somewhat decent physique and blow up. You know, that doesn't happen unless you're the top 0.0001%, and you got to be peeled to the bone for that. And guess what? That's not sustainable year round. So
can't do it. Even
die off, and your following just dies off. If you lose your pop to your physique, your social media pop, or you just stop posting, like dude, you said, Dorian.
Yeah, like literally even me, bro. I'm shredded year round pretty much, and I had 97K followers at the start of this year, and I'm already down to 89K. So it's like, even if you're shredded year round and you're posting pretty consistently, you are not going to continue to just blow up. Oh, like it's just not how it is. Like that is not how social media works. It's not the same that it used to be. In 2019, me and Gabe would probably have like 500K right now. Like we'd probably be crazy. We'd have crazy deals, young LA, Gymshark. Like we'd be making tons of money, but that's just not how social media works, because everything has adapted and changed. Physique inflation, all sorts of things have like came into the world. Fake natties, like people don't even care about being a fake natty anymore. They just hop on and they say it. Like that doesn't even matter anymore. You honestly get praise for hopping on than staying natty at this point. Like when you stay natty, people are like, oh, you're just limiting yourself. You're just purposely trying to look worse. It's like, bro, it's just completely switched. Back in 2019, everyone that looked sick, they were calling them fake natties and you were getting hate for it. Now it's the opposite. If you stay natty, then you get hate for it. If you stay natty, then people are like, oh, you're just like looks minimizing. You're just trying to look worse. It's like, bro, the second Clav made this whole looks maxing shit pop, everybody has just been like, okay, you need to be on gear. You need to be on growth hormone. You need to do all these things to make yourself look better. And it's like, at the end of the day, the person still has to be pure. Like if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it, bro. Like that's what they say in Spider-Man. It's like, if you're nothing as your own person, then you shouldn't have all this stuff by like hopping on gear, doing all this stuff. If your actual message and the person behind all of it isn't pure and like your actual message isn't good, you shouldn't have any of this good stuff anyway. Like just like I could be the worst person, have no, like look at Togi, for example, right? Like all love to Togi, but his whole entire thing is like gambling, being a degenerate, drinking, and hopping on gear. And it's like the only reason that he's not like a terrible person is at the core, like he's just like a funny guy that tries to like make fun content for people. But it's like if you reverse that and he like had terrible intentions from the start, and like his whole entire goal was just like make a ton of money and like never make an impact on people. It's like people like that shouldn't be blown up. But it's like that's what people want now. It's like they don't really care about their impact on anybody's life. They're just like, what's the fastest way to make a ton of money and like mog everybody? And they're just like, I can just speed run this and blast a ton of gear and just talk about terrible stuff and I'll probably make a ton of money. And it's like that works. It literally works. It's causing fake beef with people, like the Joseph Shin Jesse stuff, like fake beef, doing all this stuff, like just to get clicks and make a ton of money. It's like you can only sustain that for so long until you need to actually like be like, okay, I need to make something out of this or it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, and you'll never be fulfilled or you'll never be authentic if your purpose and identity isn't clear, right? And if you don't have a purpose or good intentions for social media and you're just in it for, following where you're always chasing more, you'll never be satisfied. Same thing with your physique. You'll always be chasing more, and you'll never be satisfied if you just find your identity in your physique and in your following and in money. And at first it's cool, right? Your first month making a lot of money is cool. The numbers are cool. It's exciting. Your first time, growing, getting a viral video is fun. It's a dopamine rush. It's exciting. And then after that, you realize that the human heart will never be satisfied and it will never, ever, ever be fulfilled truly. And it will always want more and you will never be happy. You will never not, attach your identity and happiness and mood to your following, money, physique. It never fulfills. The only thing that fulfills is living out God's purpose for your life, and
Amen.
Yeah, those things are fun at first, and it's definitely a great thing to chase and great thing to be ambitious and chase blowing up on social media. In my opinion, you shouldn't sacrifice your health for it by hopping on. Like I said, if you can't do it naturally, you're not going to be able to do it when you hop on. But secondly, it doesn't fulfill. It's a great thing to be ambitious. It's a great thing to build a big business and chase your dreams. But what good is a successful business? What good is your labor if you can never enjoy the fruits of your labor, never be fulfilled? You can't sleep at night and you're not content, right? So keep working towards your dreams and work hard, but like don't let it define who you are. And me and you know so many influencers that let it define who they are and they become fake. And it's a joke. It's a joke about switching up
switching up. But when you actually do it,
once you blow up, but it actually happens, dude. I've seen it so many times. People are so fake in this industry.
Literally will be your closest homies, bro. It'll be your closest homies that decide. We're not gonna say names. It'll be your closest homies who just like decide to fully switch up one day, whether it's like they got the sponsor they want, whether it's they got the amount of money they want, they're living the lifestyle they want, or they're starting to get clout or something, and they're just like, okay, I can just switch up now and I'm just going to focus on this. Or people just lie to you. Like it'll even be that like fake natties, all that kind of stuff. Literally any like avenue as that, where it's like the second someone gets their foot in the door or something, then they fully just switch, fully switch. Like it's literally 0 to 100. It'll be your closest friends, then next second it's like fully new person.
Yeah, you know what they say, dude. Like money, fame is the root of all human like evil, and it genuinely does corrupt people. And a lot of people are super fake when they grow on social media. So that's another danger. Like you have to have, you know, your heart aligned with your purpose.
Yeah, bro.
Otherwise, it can definitely corrupt you. Whether it's always wanting more or treating other people differently because they're not quote unquote on your level, but again, guys, like your body fat does not define who you are as a person. Your followers, the amount of money you make does not define who you are as a person. Literally, dude, the key to being fulfilled is just chasing the purpose that you know God has given you for your life. Ever since I found mine with coaching and promoting natural bodybuilding and leading others for whether it be, you know, whatever they want to do, you know, whether it's a lifestyle client getting shredded or whether it's someone bringing their all to the stage at a very high level, inspiring others to stay natural. Like it is the best, most fulfilling feeling in the world when you chase that purpose every single day and you work hard towards it with the right heart posture, where you're not doing it for money, you're not doing it for clout, you're not doing it for recognition, you're doing it because you know that's the purpose that God has for your life. That is the most fulfilling, best feeling in the world.
I've turned down so many collabs with people that have way more followers than me, or actually like top industry people, because I've just didn't agree with like what they talked about or how they went about their life, or I just didn't like their ego. Like I'm not gonna like, I would much rather collab or hang out with somebody that has 10,000 followers and like actually aligns with like my actual goals, my actual philosophies, the way I actually like talk, think, all that kind of stuff, than sacrifice all of my morals to hang out with somebody just for the collab aspect of things. Because at the end of the day, like that stuff doesn't matter. Like when it's all said and done and all of us are gone, literally all this stuff is going to be rust and ash. None of this stuff is going to matter anymore. How much money you make, how much followers you had, none of that's going to matter. But your impact as a human being is what's going to actually like withstand and like make it generations after you. So that's why like I try to just always be as real as I can, all the people I meet, or try to be as nice as I can, because that's the stuff that's actually going to make the impact. Like whenever I'm gone, how much money I make or how many followers I have is not going to be talked about when I'm not here. Like none of that stuff really matters at the end of the day. It's obviously important to make money and like make a living off stuff, but if it's going to like sacrifice your morals and change you, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, dude, speaking of that, should we talk about what most people don't know about like the fitness industry?
You guys want to know how people really make money?
Yeah, some of your favorite influencers. So you see these influencers buying these nice cars, making bank, right? Let's just say it's probably not from their brand deals. It's probably not from their brand deals. It's probably from the people that they're selling flexing videos to.
Yeah, we're gonna. Should we see the name of it? Because I know you can edit this. Should we say like Findom? Should we say like the actual name?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right, so this is called Findom, right? So financial domination. If you guys don't know or haven't heard of this before, that's what it is, okay? And a lot of your favorite influencers, even dating back in time, 2015, 2016, 2017, all these influencers that you know and love, most of their money was not coming from Gymshark or any supplement company that they're with. They pretty much, you know, they take people that are not right-minded in the head. They find out like their fantasies and the things that these people like and are weak to, and they use that against them to make profit off of it, whether it's like flexing videos or even worse, you know, degrading them, calling them like weird, lustful names towards these people. Whatever it is that these people like, they literally are using that to make money and then plaster it over social media, like act like that's how they're actually making money. So like they'll take this kind of money, and like a lot of people have been there. I've been in this position too. I've done it before, and like last year, and you get to a point where you just realize it's not sustainable. One, like at some point they're gonna get bored of you. At some point you're not gonna be able to do this forever. You're not gonna be
I mean,
kids.
It's not a real job, but like it's just easy money, right? That's why people do it. They see it as,
it's
hey,
super quick.
I got a sick physique. I'm just making money off my physique, right?
Yeah, they just see it as like, oh, okay, it's just like TikTok Live, right? I'm just flexing and people are just giving me money. But it's like, depending on the way that you're going about it, it's fully not like that. Like, people are doing some really strange and like non-godly things, really weird stuff to make money, but they plaster it on the internet like they're making money off their brand deals or their content specifically. And LARPing this lifestyle, I'm not saying it's bad to LARP if you're actually making money off the right things and you want to post about it. By all means, do it. But you should always be transparent with your audience. I think at the end of the day, if you're making money off something and you're trying to spin it and tell people you're making it off other things, then that's wrong. If you're making all this crazy money and you're just not even talking about how you're making it, sure, but you still should not be doing it the way that a lot of people in this industry are making it.
It's selling your body at the end of the day.
Like OnlyFans.
Right? It's virtual prostitution. And what happens basically is these guys, right? They start posting. It's more like physique influencers, right? They post their physique on social media, start gaining a following. And guess, when the wrong
guys
get
one DM,
they start DMing these guys that flex their physique if they're shredded, and they'll offer to give them money for flexing videos over Instagram, right? And then these guys, they get more into it, and then they start posting on X, on Twitter, right? And then you start making all this money by selling your body to other men that are homosexual, and then it turns into you making all your money like that, which is virtual prostitution. Whether you're just showing like your upper body or not, it's still selling your body. So
yeah, a lot of people, like, it goes from, oh, I'm just posting my physique, to you're taking it to the DMs and you're sending these guys videos of you talking, verbally degrading them, flexing your underwear, or even worse, doing meetups with people. Like, the extent that people go to is absolutely crazy, because they're making so much money that they're just like, they just forget about morals. They just fully go out the window.
Yeah, and then they make an OnlyFans too.
Yep.
And they make an OnlyFans.
Yep. You start with Findom, then you make an OF, then you're just open about all of it, and you just make a ton of money. But at the end of the day, like, you're not going to find happiness.
What good is the world if you lose your soul, man?
Yeah, bro. Like,
what good is dirty money? What good is dirty money anyway? Like, what does dirty money do for you? There's no fulfillment. You did not earn that. That's just literally you selling your body. That's dirty money, bro.
Yeah, tons of money is never good money, bro. Like, if you're making 30K plus a month and you don't have a crazy big like business that you're running, or your own like self-branded business, damn well that person is not making that money off coaching. That person is not making that money on any brand deals, especially if their follower count is low. Damn well that they are not making that kind of money off what they say that they are. And it's just like, people just lose themselves because they see this check at their account. They see that money hit and they're like, okay, I'm only going to do it until this point. And then that point comes. I've seen this so many times. A couple people I know, I'm only going to do it for this long.
It's a good thing to touch on that. We, like, people, dude, as soon as you start posting, as soon as you kind of have a following, you're in the social media world a little bit, all about this, and all about this. But dude, to the outside, to people that don't post,
no one has a clue.
No one has a clue that this stuff goes on. So
this might be the first time.
I think it's a really cool thing to touch on. I saw Sam Millsap touch on this and encourage guys to stay away from this, which is a really cool video. Maybe I'll pop it up right now, but I did see him post about that once, but pretty much no one talks about it, even though it's
I think I've DM'd him about it too. But it's like, most people, like, you've probably have heard about this like on a number of hands, like fingers. Like, you've probably not heard about this being touched on multiple times. Maybe Sush and James made something slightly touched on it, like on their old like Mogcast, like forever ago. I think they made something slightly about it, but it's like, this stuff is talked about because so many people do it, and so many people are literally making a living off it, that they don't even want to bring it up or like expose it, because then they think that it's gonna like stop it for good. But there's so many different ways you can monetize yourself and make money. That is not the way to do it. Like I said, I've done it before. I fell victim to it. You get the money, you're like, oh dang, this is great, I'm making tons of money off this. But it's like, at some point, your morals, at least for me, where I was like, a couple months in,
people just justify it in their head. I've heard it from friends that I try to stay away from it. And I just always hear them justify in their head by saying, yeah, dude, I'm already posting my physique on social media. Like I'm not sending them anything nude. I'm just flexing for them. It's the same stuff I post on Instagram, but it's not the same because you are exchanging your videos for their money now, and you are selling your own videos to them, and you know exactly what they're gonna do with it. It's like
it goes from just posting
social
your
media
photo
and selling them.
Yeah. Well, you could say, oh, I'm just posting my photo on X. And it's like, okay, that's not wrong. But if you're going to your DMs then after posting a photo on your X and answering tons of DMs from these guys asking for flexing videos, that is where it's wrong. It's not wrong to post your physique. But when you're posting your physique to the next level of, I'm going to go through all my DMs and send these people weird ass videos to make money, that's where it's wrong. That's where it's wrong. Yeah, you could post your list on Instagram, but are you going through all your DMs on Instagram and every guy that you see hard it or that seems gay and you're instantly like trying to get money out of them? Like that's where it's different. Like that's not just posting your physique anymore. That's literally going after somebody that you know is like wrong in the head and is going to buy your stuff because they're going to do freaky stuff to it. Like that's literally the whole
goal. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap, and I'm sure there's plenty of people listening to this that do post a little bit on social media and they have gotten some DMs. Stay away from it. It's selling your body. It can be really easy to justify it.
I was that guy.
You're just showing your upper body. You're not showing anything nude. You're like, dude, I post this anyway. I'm just making money off these guys. But it is selling your physique, and you know what good is dirty money, right? What good is money if you lose your soul? You know.
Yep. Like I said, I was there. I was doing it, and it's like it's so easy in the moment, but it's not something that you should be trying to sustain, because at the end of the day, it's like you didn't earn that money. Like people think that they're like working hard for that stuff. I've talked to so many people that are like, oh, bro, like it's hard work. You just don't want to do it. It's like, that's not hard work. It's not hard work to do that at all, bro. Like it's so easy to make money off that, but it's like,
yeah,
at the end of the day, when I'm 50, am I really going to be doing that? When I'm 40, when I want to have a family, like where's the line drawn? It's like, if you're already going to let yourself do that morally, like what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do for money? You know, It's like you let yourself do a little bit. Same with gear. People are like, oh, I'm just going to take this. Okay, well, now I can take this. And it's just like,
just going to take a little TRT. Now I'm going to take, 500.
Give yourself a little. And now you're going to give yourself a lot. It's like, and same thing with Finland, bro. People start, oh, I'm just going to post a bicep, and then, you know, they're going to buy it for me $50. Oh, and now I'm just going to send a video. And then you end up meeting up with these people in person. And then, you know, the Kyle Savage stories. There's so many crazy things that can happen like later on. And it's like, you don't know, like, bro, someone easily could like set you up and you could die doing stuff like this. Like, it's just, there's like long term, it's just not something that anybody should do. Like, obviously that's super extreme, but it's like, it's happened to people. Things have happened. Like, we know about stuff where it's like people have had bad things happen to them following this same pattern of like venom. It's like, it's just not worth it, bro.
It's an easy trap that not a lot of people know about. And so really look at your heart, man. If you find yourself, if you're like a guy that posts their physique on social media, whether you're like a small influencer and you do it here or there, or you have a full-blown X where you're doing Findom, and you can look up some of your favorite social media guys on X. There is some that post on there, and you know exactly what they're doing. It's really sad, in my opinion. So yeah, people would argue that, hey, they're just making money off their physique, and you know, as long as they don't show anything nude, there's nothing wrong with it. But you are selling your body, and yeah, it's just something not a lot of people talk about. No one knows that side of the fitness industry, so it's a good thing to touch on. Really, how do you for sharing your story, man? Honestly.
Yeah, bro, I think it's important, dude. Like I said, I mean, it's really easy to fall into. That's why I'm open about the fact that I've fallen into it more than one time, where you think like, oh, dude, I'm just going to do it because I'm broke. It's like, that's just not the case. So you know that you're going to keep doing it. And it's like the hardest thing to try to break away from when you're really making that kind of money. But once you can break away from it, you realize there are other ways to make money. Maybe not as much, but still good money. And in a way better way. That dollar amount doesn't matter.
Dirty money just has no value, bro, in my opinion.
You get it and you're like, okay, I made this, but you didn't earn it. Like, it's just not sustainable either. It's just like, there's just no point to consistently do it because it doesn't feel right. Like, yeah, you're getting money, but it doesn't feel like you earned it. It doesn't feel like good. So I don't know, but there's something a lot of people don't talk about. Favorite influencers probably out here doing that. Probably out here doing it right now.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's slippery slope. Anyway, well, tell them about your bodybuilding show. So you did one men's physique show. How did that go?
Well, didn't go too bad. We, MD coached me. Shout out MD. Some of you might know him as the ChatGPT coach. But I thought it was a great, experience. First show, I got to do it like pretty much right after Gabe did his show, which was super sick. I already went out to AZ for Gabe's. Pulled up, saw his show. Hopefully you guys all saw his video about that. If you haven't, go scroll down and look at his show day video. It was super sick. But so right after that, I was in peak week during his, and it was brutal because I had to see all my boys eating crazy foods, and I'm like a week out, and it was absolutely awful. But I actually stayed at Gabe's parents' house while he was at the Olympia, right? You're at the Olympia? Yeah. So some of the boys were not able to go to my show, but I actually had a lot of people that I wasn't even close with, like Ryder and some other homies. Jaredon like pull up to my show that barely knew me, so that was super sick. Shout out to those guys. But it was a super good experience. I mean, me and Caleb DeWeese competed together, same show. And we took a couple first place trophies home. That was super sick. And I think like the experience as a whole was super great. I learned a lot about myself through it, but I think some things could have been a little bit better on the show. I think I could have came in a little bit bigger and fuller. I think that there was like some steps leading up to the show that probably could have been a little bit better. Even with myself, I mean, we were in Texas and I was supposed to be like 6 weeks out from my show, and I was eating like crap and like not really locked in at all. But I still think it was like a pretty good experience at the end of the day. Like, didn't win the whole thing, didn't get a pro card. That was really never the goal going into it, because like
at the first show. Yeah. First show, getting your pro card is not realistic unless you are like 26, 27 and huge, man. Like it is very hard.
Unless you're this guy right here.
It was very hard to win your pro card, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like I didn't go in there thinking I was going to get that. I honestly went in there and like my whole entire mindset going through it was Michael hit me up because I posted a shredded photo. And he was like, bro, when's your show? And I was like, I don't have a show. And he was like, you should compete. And I was like, I'm not trying to pay for a coach. Like I didn't have money. He's like, I'll coach you. And then, you're going to do good and let's just run it. You're a good friend of mine. Let's just rip it. So didn't even really want to compete. Was never like really like, it was maybe a bucket list item. Like I was like, maybe one day, like Gabe inspired me to want to compete at some point because he looked super sick. And I was like, if it's, it's obviously possible to do it if you try your hardest. So I was like, I'm gonna rip it. And I'm not mad that I did it. And I'm glad that I went up there and posed and still took home some, first place stuff, but also just like experienced it all. Like being backstage, it's actually different. Like not many people know it's like backstage, bro. People are so nice to you with like bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff. Like you think everyone's in there thinking like, oh, this is my competition. But it's like not even close. Like I was literally backstage pumping up and there was like unks telling me like I look insane. There's unks like being like, dude, like, can't believe you're natural. Like just like the people backstage are super nice. And I mean, you're all kind of like back there, you got like almost nothing on, getting tanned. Like everyone's like, you already just kind of get close to everybody just because of like, you're literally doing everything together. Check-ins, like all this stuff, getting prepped for your show, getting tanned. And it's super sick. It's a good like camaraderie feeling. Like even though you're going up there and you're competing against each other, the second you get off that stage, it's all love. Like how it was with football. Like when I used to play football, like, you have friends from other schools, you finally go to play them. And it's like on the field, none of you guys are friends, but the second you hop off that field, it's like all love. And I love that part a lot with like bodybuilding. Bro, I thought that was a really cool aspect.
Feeling like a head coach when I'm taking the team in on game day, dude. I'm feeling like Nick Saban, bro. It's so fun, man. It is actually like football, like the morning game day nerves, bro, where you can barely eat breakfast because you're nervous. You want to win.
I remember I was drinking my black coffee.
I love any type of just competition, man. It's so fun.
Dude, yeah, I was like literally at Gabe's house. I was it was like the morning of my show. I was sipping on my black coffee, and on the way to the venue, I was literally listening to like worship music, closing my eyes, like praying, like literally getting my brain into like that same mindset they used to have on football, where it was like we're about to go to war. Like that was just like the mindset. But it was like, bro,
you want to win, bro? It's fun if you want to win, dude.
That was like you should never do something that you're not fully confident in. Like you should always go into everything and be like, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna do the best. But like don't be hard on yourself if you don't win or don't like take first. But you should always have that mindset if you're gonna go into something, especially like your first time. Like I just like the fact that I went to AZ where bodybuilding is like, pretty big. A lot of bodybuilding going on in AZ. And there were some shows in Colorado, but I was like, I want it to be the best competition that I can see. So I whipped it up to AZ and competed, and I thought it was sick. I thought it was super sick.
Dude, I love competing, man. I love natural bodybuilding. I think competing all the time is stupid for the toll it takes on your body and the restrictions,
hormones and stuff,
your hormones. But when the time comes to compete, it is fun. But you have to be willing to suffer. It is very, very difficult. And don't ever attach your identity to prep, right? It can be easy to do that when people are always asking you, hey, when's your next show? When's your next show? You're looking good. And a lot of people, dude, struggle with the off season. The key to not struggling with not being in prep in the off season is don't be an idiot. Don't get, stupidly fat. Obviously you're not going to be peak shreds, but, follow a proper off season plan and stay somewhat lean, but also don't attach your identity to being in prep or your body fat. Otherwise you're just setting yourself up for the post show blues and the post show depression. But how's it been post show for you now? You still been doing good?
Yeah, I think post show, honestly, it like made me appreciate a lot of things more, like food, the things I used to put in my body. I would just eat. I mean, Gabe knows. I used to just eat the worst foods.
Bro was just a dirty dieter, bro.
Like, bro, I was, and like somehow still maintain like a sick physique. Like people ask me what I ate all the time, and I was like, you don't want to know, bro. But Gabe kind of cracked the code when we were on these trips. Like how I stayed so shredded year round was like, calories in is calories out, baby. So at the end of the day, like
he would eat like 2 meals a day of fast food, but at the end of the day, it's fast food, but only 2 meals a day. Hey, it adds up to like 2,000 calories, right? Each
like 2,000 calories, high fats, high carbs, good protein. Like, bro, my pumps were crazy. I was jacked. I was strong.
Lots of sodium.
All the time. But it's like, my acne was really bad. My mental was really bad. My sleep was terrible. So it's like, you still got to lock in the quality. And I think that's like the number one thing from the show I like learned is like my training has been so much better. My diet has been so locked. And now like I'm close to the same mass I used to have when I was eating all that crap, but I'm shredded and my muscle like looks harder. Like the muscle maturity is just like, I'm just way more dense than I was because like I was just like super soft. All the foods I was eating, I was just like fluffy, soft. Like my physique like still looks sick, but you could tell that there was something off. Like and it was all just like me. Like I just felt like crap all the time. My energy was always terrible. I was drinking like 800 milligrams of caffeine a day just to like function. Had to take like double scoop pre-workout. Like Gabe knows, like we were making some crazy concoctions of pre-workout in that hotel in Vegas. And like I needed that just to function. I literally ripped tons of pre-workout and then drank this kid's Rise energy drink on the way to the gym after spamming a ton of pre-workout in the hotel. Like my body just could not function. And now like one energy drink, I'm wired for like the whole entire day. So I just think it's important, like what you put in your body, your sleep, all that kind of stuff does add up. And I think competing like really showed me that and like showed me when you do all the right things, you feel way better, you look way better, all your performance is better, your mental, everything. So, but since the show, I mean, only been up. Social media has still been doing good, making money. It's good. You find out a lot, especially when you're in like a good headspace about the people around you too. And you really start to see like who's real and who's not when you're kind of like after the show for probably a month and a half, Body Smurf was brutal. I felt really bad. I like isolated myself completely. But in that time, I noticed a lot of like the realness and fake around me of like who was really there for me, who wasn't there for me, who was reaching out, who wasn't, when I was like MIA from social media and not really like talking to anybody. And I think that was really important too. Like it kind of like helps you see full circle who's really like around you in those like hard times of stuff.
Yeah, dude, I wish you all the best, man. Continue to build your personal brand and don't let any of the negativity from social media get to you, whether it be fake people, the ups and downs that it provides. Because, dude, it can be hard, right? It is very hard to run a business, run a personal brand, whether it's from views being good 1 month and not good the next month, or money being good 1 month and then things going down the next month. Like working for yourself and not having a stable job is extremely, extremely difficult. But when your identity is rooted in God, he will provide and he will give you the fulfillment that no amount of money, no amount of followers, no amount of body fat will give you. So yeah, dude, like,
yeah, bro, I want to touch on that.
Yeah, touch on that.
Okay. I mean, I don't really post it too much on my social media. I mean, every once in a while I will. But dude, God is like literally the number one thing. Like, honestly, like a lot of people say it, it's like the most cliche thing to say. Everyone always talks about it, but it's like, it's for a reason. Like social media, all this kind of stuff. The only reason that we even have the ability to be able to do this is because of God. Being able to meet Gabe like that, you know how many people are in the world, but the fact that we're able to meet and like we're so aligned in the same goals, all that kind of stuff, like it's not just chance, you know? So I think it's really important who you surround yourself with, and like understanding the ability to meet these kind of people. It's like a blessing at the end of the day to even be able to do social media, meet the kinds of people like Gabe and all that kind of stuff that push you. I mean, Gabe's helped me with my faith so much too. Like genuinely, faith is the only reason that I think I can even pursue social media and be the person I am right now. Like without God, if I didn't have somebody to pray to or friends like Gabe, like around me, there's no way I could be doing social media, bro. The amount of attacks and hate that you can get on social media, or even just like about yourself when you look in the mirror or compare yourself to other physiques, it gets so brutal. But when you have either a great friend group around you that are like, you know, built foundation of God, or you just have God yourself, that's all you need at the end of the day. So I would encourage every single one of you, even if you don't have faith or you've never even tried it, give it a chance. Reach out to somebody that you know that has faith in God. Go to a church, open up your Bible. I guarantee you there will be nothing bad that comes from that.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, there's so many ways that social media can be a negative, right? Whether it be you know, dirty money, or whether it be hate or switching up. But it's honestly, when it's used the right way, it's such a blessing, and allows me to meet people like Keith, some of my best friends for life. And Keith is one of those people, and it allows you to chase your purpose, right? For me,
Amen,
you know,
bro.
Bodybuilding, coaching other guys that are natural. For Keith, inspiring other guys, reviving aesthetics, getting YouTube going.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's the goal. At the end of the day, it's like I want to be able to give a message to people. I want to be able to like leave an impact when I'm gone. So it's not just about, oh, like you want to look sick, but like making your temple better. Like God literally calls all of us, like, take care of your body. Don't be gluttonous. Don't do all these things. Don't be prideful. Don't be envious. You have to take all those into account. So I try to just be the best living proof of that. And I want my content and like YouTube to reflect that. You know, I try to always be kind. I try to always be positive, and taking care of your body is like the number one way to do that. So if you're not doing it, then every other avenue of your life is probably not great.
Yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Get the YouTube going.
Brother.
I'm gonna be on you for that. I want to see some YouTube videos that I can watch with my pre-workout meal. So you best get YouTube going. All right.
Hey, I will. Yes, sir, baby.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on. Where can they find you? What's your Instagram at?
Keith.Beaudry on literally every platform. BEAUDR. It's right here on the screen. But yeah, Keith.Beaudry on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, I'm there. And thank you for having me on, brother. It was great talking to you. One of my best friends, bro. So love it.
It's always good to have a peak Natty on, bro. You look sick for being a natural, and so
thank you, brother.
You're just more proof of what I preach, which is you don't need gear to look sick, because you look sick.
You don't need gear, boys. You don't need gear, baby. And if you guys want to get jacked, this guy will help you 100%. Everything that I've learned, a lot of it just about morals and way of life, this guy right here. So stay tapped into his content. Peak Natty for life, baby.
Love you.